Hello, ladies, and welcome to Sister Friends Coffee, Tea, and Chat podcast. Every lady knows that there is nothing like a chat with a sister friend that will inspire the rest of your day. So get your coffee or your tea, pull up a chair, phone your bestie, and tell them Sister Friends Coffee, Tea, and Chat podcast is on the air. Now, welcome your host, our sister friend, Teresa Houston.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. If this is the first time you're joining in with us, I just want to give you a special shout out and let you know I now consider you one of my newest sister friends. So drop me an email or a message right below the blog. Let me know you caught this episode. I'd love to hear what you thought of the show, and I'm excited to have you be a part of our growing sister friend community. Now, to all of my returning sisters, welcome back, ladies. I appreciate every one of you joining in today. I don't take for granted that you took time out of your day to share a few precious minutes with your sister friend. I hope you've got your tea or your coffee or whatever it is you really like to drink, because today I'm talking to the queen in you. Yes, I'm talking to the queen in you. Those of you who do not know, this podcast is actually a spinoff of my blog. My blog is called I Wish Somebody Would Have Told Me That. And I wish somebody would have told me the day I was born that I was born to be the queen. You are the queen, my dear. Too many of you don't realize who you are. I need you to stand in front of a mirror. I need you to stare at the reflection you see. And I want you to tell that beautiful woman that is looking back at you, yes, you, that she is a queen. There has been something special about you from the onset. It's like a rare diamond. You were born to shine. But some of you are postured way too low. It's time to rise up. Your queendom is calling. You have been on the sidelines thinking you were part of the servants' crew, but no, dear, the servants, they're for you. Rise up. Some of you are worn out, beat down from every one of life's battles you have had to fight. I get it. You thought the king would cover you. Instead, you found yourself exposed. Let me assure you, my sister, there is nothing wrong with you but for the fact that you were in the hands of the wrong king. Born to be the king, there's a place that is divinely yours. There's only two ways a true queen loses her place. One, she gives it up. Two, the king takes it from her. And if either of these has happened to you, it's just another sign that you were in the hands of the wrong king. Because your king would never let you relinquish your crown. He knows it belongs to you, and it belongs to you alone. No other could properly wear it. Your crown doesn't fit just anybody. You were fitly made for your king, and he has been uniquely made to identify you as the queen. And a true king would never take your crown from you, because a true king never settles for a lesser than when purpose and destiny is already apportioned to him. He fights for his. He wars for his. He dies for his. And that's a point blank period right there. The queen is the person with the ability to change the world, everybody's world, from the baby that cries for no reason at all until the queen steps into the room and suddenly the crying stops. From the curious toddler that only she can seem to be able to manage. You know, all those play dates and meetups and parties and trips and organizing with all the other moms of toddlers, right? For all of the in and out of the family's everyday flow, because she is the heartbeat of the entire family. From the magical kisses that heals ordinary scrapes and skids to the many chats that soothes the anxiety found in a teenager's mind, and to encouraging a young adult to believe in their seemingly impossible dreams. You, my dear, are the queen. You never ask for a thank you for the things that you do. You do it all with gladness. You've earned the coveted spot. So hold your head up high, my dear. Straighten your crown. You are the queen. You are powerful, and that power has influence. But make no mistake, you do not make the king a king. It is not you who give validity to his position, nor can you dethrone him. He is king. If he doesn't know the king that he is, you are most definitely in the hands of the wrong king. You provide the king a safe place, a place to vent and a place to share his innermost thoughts. You give the king a place of peace where he finds quietness and restoration for his mind, his body, and his soul. You give the king intimacy, and it is in the most intimate moments that you truly are one focus and nothing else matters. Intimacy is God's greatest gift to relationships, and you are God's most precious gift to the king. You give the king purpose. The family is always the reminder of why he strives to be the best him he can be. You give the king encouragement, for only the queen sees him at his worst and loves him back to his best and believes in him still during all the times in between. Many have encountered the queen carelessly, such a shame, because some queens are a rare find. A man will find himself full of regret when lack of wisdom and knowledge causes him to devalue a queen he had and has now lost. And he'll spend the remainder of his life aimlessly searching for her again. Who loses a precious diamond somewhere and don't retrace their steps at least 100 times to get it back? Only foolery does that. You, my dear, are the queen. Sometimes we treat people like kings that simply are not. Just because you treat him like a king won't make him believe he is a king, nor will it cause him to treat you like a queen. No one tells the lion in the jungle that he is a lion. The lion knows who and what he is. It is not what all the other animals do or don't do that determines how great the effect of the lion's roar. He roars over the jungle because he is the lion. And like the lion, the king must know who he is. If you think you can make the king because you pump him up or stroke his ego, you are mistaken. You cannot make him into a king. He who knows himself to be king seeks out his queen. And he who doesn't could very possibly fail to honor the queen in his life, because if he doesn't know who he is, he can't possibly know who you are, and more importantly, how you are to be treated. Many of you have watched other queens from afar, saw their grace, admired their beauty, envied their intellect and their humility. Just know a queen's greatest attributes shouldn't merely be observed, they should be imitated in your own life. Another queen doesn't mind being admired, and she is honored most when something she displays is adopted in the life of another queen. You have watched long enough. It is now your time to wear your crown. Seeds of grace have been planted in you. Qualities that young princesses need to see have been dormant too long. Time to arise, my queen. Arise. Take your place among the fearless. Hold your head up high among the royals. Hail to the queen. Some don't realize when a queen has entered into their midst. Sometimes the queen is mistakenly treated ordinary, casual, of no special significance at all, although there is evidence that nothing she do or nothing she does can be characterized as ordinary. For everything she touches is touched. She leaves everything better than she found it. She gives better than she gets. She asks for very little in return for the deposits into the lives of others, and has always been content to take the backstage to almost everyone. Her goodness and kindness often taken for granted. She doesn't mind pulling late hours, even when everyone else is fast asleep. She doesn't mind giving all, having very little expectation in return. And she will be the hostess, the cook, and the cleaner. Will feed an army, eat last, and will never say a word when she doesn't get a thank you, help with the dishes, and left with all of the cleanup. Strong and powerful as she may be, she does have need of something. She needs the one thing man absolutely has the ability to give, whether he's tall or short, skinny or not so skinny, rich or poor, handsome or hard on the eyes. The queen needs love. A queen can live without many things, but the deal breaker for the queen is the absence of love. Because unlike money and things, man always has the ability to demonstrate acts of love. Some have taken love for granted, and some have taken the queen for granted. In doing so, they let a queen slip right out of their castle. Most times, it is the loss of a queen that makes a king realize that she was a queen after all. If you knew what I know, every king needs a queen. Until the queen arrives, the house is just a house. The castle may have the appearance of having everything in place, but it actually is short one thing. The walls could be done in neutral. The furniture complements the pictures that hang on the walls, but even the king knows something is missing. The king can hear every step as he walks throughout the halls and can see, hear, and feel that something is missing. At the breakfast table, though 4 chairs sit, the king sits alone in a routine of eggs over easy, bacon fried hard, toast, slightly burnt, coffee, 2 sugars, 1 cream, but still something is missing. Nothing appears out of place. Every pillow is propped. The carpet displays the vacuum markings that are neatly going in the same direction. But still, something is missing. Clothes neatly hung, dishes done, dust all clear, but something is missing. The house could easily be featured in a popular home furnishing magazine, but the home is incomplete without her. The king can put a touch of himself in every corner of the castle, but until she arrives, something is missing. She's the one touch that brings the castle to life, the touch that makes the castle a home. The queen gives the king a reason to work hard, a reason to keep building, a reason for selflessness, a reason for hope, and a reason to love. With her, family is possible. She births legacy and gives longevity to the family name. You don't know how much you need her until she is in your life. And when she is, you wonder, how could you have lived this long without her? She is the queen. To find her is to finally find the other half of what makes you whole. She completes the puzzle. She adds the period to the end of the sentence. She is the spine that holds the book of your life together. Your world is incomplete without her, and it is complete with her. She is the queen. Find her, crown her, love her. Don't lose her. You need her. She is the queen. That is my wisdom for the day. I hope it blesses you, and I hope you share this podcast with someone you know, because we want everybody to be blessed by this one, right? I encourage you to share this with at least 3 of your girlfriends, because she needs to know today that she is a queen. Join us next time on Sister Friends Coffee, Tea, and Chat podcast. My friends call me Tea, and I want you to know that if words were hugs, you would be feeling one right now. Be blessed, sisters, and never miss an opportunity to uplift another sister.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Sister Friends Coffee, Tea, and Chat podcast with your host, Sister Friend Teresa Houston. If you like our show, please encourage another sister friend and share our podcast link. Want to know more about our host? Check out www.teresahouston.com. We absolutely love hearing from our sister friends. Feel free to email us at sisterfriendschat@yahoo.com. Until next time, be blessed, sisters.